For years, you've heard the war stories. You've listened to the debt-free screams. You've memorized the 7 baby steps like a sacred text. You've sacrificed, you've scrimped, you've lived like no one else, with a single, laser-focused goal in mind, reaching the summit of baby step 7. You become an everyday millionaire. The house is paid for, the retirement accounts are overflowing. You have won the game. But then, a quiet question starts to creep into your mind in the dead of night. Now what? Is this it? Is the rest of life just about watching the numbers on a screen get bigger? The truth that few people talk about is that the skills that get you to the mountain are not the same skills you need to live on top of the mountain. The enemy is no longer debt. The new enemy is something far more subtle: a lack of purpose, a fear of losing what you've built, and the danger of a wealthy life that feels empty. This is where the secret, baby step 8, comes in. It's not an official step you'll find in the books, but it is the philosophical core of everything Dave Ramsey teaches about true wealth. The first 7 baby steps teach you how to build a fortune. Baby step 8 teaches you how to build a legacy. Today, we are pulling back the curtain on what the ultra-successful do after they've won the financial game. We will break down the 3 essential pillars of baby step 8: how to grow, how to give, and how to guide. This video isn't for the dabblers. This is for the visionaries. This is for everyone who believes that wealth isn't just about what you accumulate, it's about the impact you create. 1. Grow, the shift from survivor to steward. The first and most profound change in baby step 8 is a fundamental identity shift. You must stop thinking like a survivor and start acting like a steward. For years, your entire financial life was a battle. You fought off debt collectors, you battled lifestyle inflation, and you clawed your way to $1 million net worth. That survivor mindset was essential, but if you carry it into baby step 8, it will poison your success. You'll become the millionaire who is terrified to spend a dime, who constantly fears losing it all, who has a full bank account but an empty life. Stewardship is the antidote. It's the understanding that the money is no longer just yours. You are now its caretaker for the good of your family, your community, and future generations. Think of the baby steps as learning to survive in the wilderness. You learn to hunt, to find shelter, to build a fire. It's intense and focused on your immediate needs. But baby step 8 is like being handed the deed to the entire national park. Your job is no longer just to survive in it. Your job is to manage the entire ecosystem. You have to think about the health of the forest, the clarity of the rivers, and the well-being of all the creatures within it. You're not just a hunter anymore, you're the park ranger. Consider a man named James, an entrepreneur who sold his business and officially hit baby step 7. He should have been ecstatic. Instead, he was miserable. He checked his investment accounts 10 times a day. He argued with his wife over buying a new couch because he was terrified the market would crash. He had what we call millionaire misery. He had won the battle but had no idea how to enjoy the peace. His financial coach finally told him, "James, you're still acting like a soldier in a trench, but the war is over. It's time to become a king in your castle." That shift in perspective from fighter to manager, from survivor to steward, allowed him to finally use his wealth to build a joyful life, not just a fortified bunker. In baby step 8, your primary goal is no longer accumulation. It's wise management. It's working with qualified financial advisors, creating a reasonable plan for spending and growth, and building a sense of peace that allows your wealth to serve you, not the other way around. 2. Give, the unleashing of the generosity multiplier. If stewardship is the mindset, then generosity is the action that gives wealth its ultimate purpose. This is the part of baby step 8 where Dave Ramsey says you get to have the most fun you'll ever have with money. For your entire journey, giving was a line item in the budget, a respected but limited part of the plan. In baby step 8, generosity moves from the budget sheet to the very center of your life's mission. You finally have the resources and the time to make a significant, world-changing impact. This isn't just about writing bigger checks. It's about strategically deploying your resources to heal, to build, and to solve problems. Money is like a powerful river. When you're in the baby steps, you're building a small dam to create a reservoir of security. But if you keep all the water dammed up forever, it becomes stagnant and lifeless. Baby step 8 is about opening the floodgates. You learn to channel that powerful river of resources to irrigate dry land, to power cities, and to bring life to everything it touches. The river never runs dry because it is constantly flowing through you, not just to you. Think of a woman named Maria, a doctor who reached baby step 7 in her late 50s. For years, she tithed to her church and gave small amounts to charities. It felt good, but it didn't feel transformative. Once she was fully funded, she took a trip to a developing nation and saw a small, underfunded medical clinic struggling to serve a massive community. She didn't just write a check. She used her wealth and her time to fund a new wing for the clinic. Then, she used her professional network to recruit other doctors to volunteer there. Her initial gift became a catalyst, multiplying an impact far beyond what her money alone could have accomplished. She discovered that her wealth wasn't just money. It was leverage for creating monumental change. Generosity in baby step 8 is the engine of your legacy. It's the act that transforms your personal financial success from a private victory into a public blessing. And it will bring you more joy than any car, house, or vacation ever could. 3. Guide, the responsibility of the legacy imperative. The final pillar of baby step 8 is perhaps the most important and the most challenging. You've grown the money, you've given it away, and now you must guide the next generation to do the same. Ramsey has famously said that the #1 cause of estate plan failure is not a bad investment or a market crash. It's the people you leave the money to. Leaving a massive inheritance to children you haven't prepared is not a gift, it's a curse. Baby step 8 is about intentionally teaching your children and grandchildren the principles of work, saving, giving, and stewardship so that the wealth you built becomes a blessing for them, not a burden. Handing a teenager who has never driven before the keys to a Lamborghini is an act of profound irresponsibility. You know it will likely end in a crash. An inheritance is the same. It is a powerful, high-performance vehicle. Before you hand over the keys, you have a moral obligation to provide years of driver's education. You must teach them how to handle the speed, how to respect the power, and how to navigate the road safely. We've all heard stories of families where a vast fortune was completely squandered by the next generation. The patriarch worked his whole life to build an empire, but he never taught his children the value of a dollar. They saw money as an endless resource, not as a tool that required management and respect. Contrast that with the Ramsey approach. Baby step 8 families hold regular family meetings. They establish family foundations where the children are involved in the charitable giving decisions. They require their adult children to work, to budget, and to live by the same principles that built the wealth in the first place. They aren't just transferring money, they are transferring wisdom. Your ultimate legacy will not be the amount of money you leave in a trust fund. It will be the character and competence of the people you leave it to. Preparing your heirs is the final, and most crucial, act of stewardship. So, let's bring it all together. The secret. Baby step 8 is about a profound transformation. You grow from a survivor into a wise steward, managing your wealth with peace, not fear. You give with extravagant generosity, transforming your money into a tool for massive impact. And you guide the next generation, ensuring your legacy is one of wisdom, not just wealth. The 7 baby steps were the how. They were the tactical, step-by-step instructions to win the game. But baby step 8 is the why. It's the purpose. It's the answer to the question, what was it all for? You may not be at baby step 8 today. You might still be fighting your way out of debt in baby step 2. But your why needs to start now. So here is your call to action. Don't wait until you're a millionaire to start practicing. This week, find one small way to be extravagantly generous with what you have. Have one intentional conversation with your family about your financial values. Begin to shift your mindset from just surviving to thinking about the legacy you want to build. Because true wealth isn't a number you reach, it's a life you lead. And that life can start today.